A little bit about number lines earlier on, but I want to make sure that everyone's understanding exactly how to put certain solutions in the answer in the form of a number line. So if we had something like this, x is less than -3 and x is greater than 2. So if I had my basic number line, the idea is that I want to find out what values are going to work for this. If I just look at x is greater than 2, that will do that part first, this one. So I'm going to look at 2, and I know that x is going to be greater, so I'm going to draw the arrow going outwards to be greater than, all these numbers greater than 2. Then, because it's a greater than sign, I know that this is going to be an open circle at 2, which means 2 is not an answer. Everything all the way up to 2, so 1.9999999, that's good. As soon as it hits 2, it's not an answer anymore. It's not a solution. So a lot of questions when we do these kind of inequalities with one variable are going to have these kind of two directions going out. So we had x is less than -3. So I look at -3, we do our hollow point, and it goes out to that. That is one of the two forms. It'll usually be something like that. If you get a parabola like that, and you know that those are your answers, those are your kind of critical values, you're going to put your -3 and your 2, and you know that x is going to be greater than the high one, so it's going past it, and you know that x is going to be less than whatever's on this side. You can write these in a couple different ways. So I might write like 2 is less than x. That's the same thing. It looks a little messier, but it's right. It's a little better and a little more straightforward if you do it this way, but this is fine too. The other kind of answer you're going to be getting with these kind of questions is where you have something in the middle, like a range. So if we had kind of the same ranges, -3 and 2, but we wanted to include all these middle numbers in here, but none of these numbers out here, we would have to set up our statement a little bit different from that. It would look like this. I know 2 and -3 are the limits on the outsides, and then I'm going to say in a statement like that, 2 is greater than x, and x is greater than -3, which is another way of saying x is in the middle of these two numbers. Be careful, this statement is not the same as this statement. The problem with this is that it doesn't say where it ends. So if we say x is less than 2, that means it's every number underneath 2. And if I say x is less than -3, yeah, if I say x is less than 2, it means that it's going this way and it's all of this, but it goes past -3. It goes forever. Whereas on the other side, we wanted to say x is greater than -3, which would mean it's like this, and it goes forever too far. It doesn't have those kind of limits on the end. If you put it in the statement like this, it'll work and it'll tell us it's only that middle bit. It's only in here, which is the numbers we care about. So that's how you set up a basic equation like that when you look at a number line trying to turn it into this kind of inequality, or vice versa.